Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Terry Lee, pure visionary, psychic medium, and I am, as always, honored to be with my two compadres, SunPsychic Jean and Kigaru, Terri Suzuki. I am really delighted to be together with these beautiful ladies again today, and all of you out there in the chat. It's been a while since I've done a show. So please forgive me if I'm a little rusty, but I have been enjoying grounding and going in the woods, playing with my dogs, and I'm really enjoying it. I just want to welcome you all and let you all know that we are so grateful for you out there in the chat and also you who will watch the show later. It's an important time right now to be sharing with each other, encouraging each other, and getting messages. And Jean, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I did a members only private chat this earlier today, this afternoon,
Mhm.
and then I did a live with Ginger Faye Tarot, and I'm really charged up, and it was a fabulous show. Tomorrow I have the boys with me, but two different shows. I have Mark the Spirit Whisperer in the morning, and then in the afternoon I have Scott Scorpio Sun Tarot. So it's going to
Nice.
be a really lovely weekend.
Well, beautiful. I love it. And Terry Suzuki, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing multiple things, getting used to my family, moving into my house for 2 months with me. And
Uh-huh.
last weekend, I went to another fair, metaphysical fair, and did really, really well. Lots and lots and lots of readings.
Oh,
I
good.
wore myself out there.
That's great. So it was well attended. The whole affair was well attended, right?
I don't know if it was very, very well attended, but it seemed like a lot of the attendees ended up in my booth.
Well,
So,
good. That's where you want them to be.
yeah.
Great. Well, I just want to say a little howdy to everybody who's out there in the chat. And then we're going to get down to details about what we're going to be doing today and how to go about it. LP, hello. Sarab Gupta. Uh, and let's see, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you. Venus, Carolyn Cooper, uh, Nathan Sipley. Hello, welcome. All right, Billy Diamonds. Yes, good to see you. Butterfly kisses. Always, always a pleasure to have you join us. Julie Ann Guthrie Smolson. Hello. Okay, so we're getting a good group out here in the chat, and I am delighted. All right. Hi, Diane G., Edward Kenneth. This is great. Okay, so we are going to be reading from the live chat today. I would ask that you use caps and emojis, and that will help me to see your questions. The questions will not be read in the order just that they were received. I put them on another board, a separate board, and I star them, and then I follow the guidance as to which one is the next one to read. And often I don't read them all the way through. I just go where they tell me to go. So that's what we're going to do today. We would never skip anybody or avoid anybody. We always follow Spirit's guidance, and we love to do that. Also, we have simulcasting happening today. So if you are on SunPsychic Jean's channel or Terri Suzuki's channel, you will be chatting with each other in those channels. But if you want to chat with the people in the main show, my channel right now, come on over. They'll be able to see your chat. If you're in the simulcasted channel, they will not be able to see your chat. So just wanted to get that out of the way. A little housekeeping, as they say. And we want you to also know that we'll be reading on messages from guides and angels, pets, past lives, Akashic records, mysterious happenings, something that spiritual that happened to you that you would like an explanation for, visions, dreams. We have everything on the board with the exception of politics, which I don't think we want to read about that right now. So we're just going to go right ahead and read about those subjects. And if you have a question about a subject like, oh, can you read about X, Y, or Z? We'll be happy to answer that. And I'll be watching the live chat. We also like to have validation when we're reading. So if we're reading for you and something is way off or not right, please just tell us. We'll recalculate and we'll deal with that. If it is something that you recognize and you resonate with, please say yes, because that helps us just dive right in right away to get your question read. Okay? All right, ladies, did I miss anything? I think I covered it all.
You're good.
All right. Well, I'm going to be kind of going through and starring some of the questions. So, ladies, do you have any subjects you'd like to bring up for just a few minutes while I do that?
I know.
There's nothing going on. It's so
I
boring.
have a new guide today. An
Oh,
angel showed up while I was meditating. Her name's Astra,
oh, how
and
beautiful. Love the name.
yeah, she's going to be helping me today. So
Awesome. And do you find that your guides come and go sometimes?
once in a while they change a little bit, but I haven't had a change in guides in a long, long time.
Ah, I
So,
haven't had too many step back, or maybe they're busy at something else. I've had one or two, though, that I haven't heard from in a while, but it's always exciting to get a new guide.
yeah.
What about you, Jean? Oh, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead, Terry.
I was just going to say she has elevated my stage. I'm
Ooh,
not reading on the same stage today.
no, what has she done? Tell us.
Well, she has me on this dais that looks like it's in front of a Greek temple or something, and it's
Wow.
round instead of, rectangular.
Uh-huh.
And I don't just, it looks a lot fancier,
Wow.
and it's outdoors.
Cool.
Yeah.
All
How
right.
about you?
Jane, what about your guides? Do they kind of come and go, or do you have ones that speak up most of the time?
I have been getting a lot of signs, synchronicities, validations, and I just realized I never plugged my light in. It's not much, but it's just a little light. And just brightens it a little bit. Really very strong validations and signs and synchronicities and lots of angel numbers. And Edward was on earlier today with the private member chat, and I said I get 1001, and I said it almost looks like glasses, like when somebody has glasses on, like, because I look at it and like you look away and you look back and it's still 1001. It seems like it's longer than a minute, like it should have changed by then, but it's still like, it's just really weird. And he said that he looked it up for me and put it in there, and he said it means that you're on the right path, that you have spiritual tendencies,
Cool.
and that you have psychic skills, and that that you're being guided and supported, and to take more opportunities. I mean, and I said, yes.
You validated that, right? Awesome.
But I'm like, why? And I also get 1, 2, 3, 4, but that usually makes me think that I should keep moving on. Like starting get started, get something started, get the party started, right? And but the 10001, it always perplexed me. So I thought that was really interesting and fun to learn about, because I could have looked it up myself. I never did. I just thought, oh wow, I wonder what that means. I mean, but sometimes I know that it's just them letting me know that it's another sign that there's more than just me here in this world, that the spiritual realm is watching over us too.
Absolutely.
I like that LP said maybe it's binary code.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, we could look that up. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. I love it. And I've been continuously, and and thank you. um, busy doing things, arranging things, taking care of things, and the numbers just keep popping up. And it's been happening for some time now. And 11, 11, 12, 12, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. And it's not like I'm looking at my phone all the time. I'm just, picking up my phone or grabbing some coffee or something, and I see it and I'm just like, thank you. So it's a real, numbers are used, and this is a beautiful way to get information from your guides too. If you are interested in that, just outright ask them. They are committed to you 100%, and they love you, they understand you, and as the name implies, they are here to guide you and help you. So please remember that in these crazy times, to just acknowledge even, a little bird, a butterfly, a beautiful flower. These are things that can really, really boost your spiritual energy. So I really encourage you guys to do that. Oh, 117. Ooh, cool. Estelle says, my license plate this year has 117 for the numbers. It made me so happy. That's great. That's powerful. All right, guys. Well, we have 17 questions. Boom. Booyah, as they say. So we're going to get to it. And I'm just going to kind of let the guys show me which one. And there it is. Sherry Luke, can I get a message from my cousin, Rhonda Estevez? Oh, all right. We will tune in. Give us a little bit of time, Sherry. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for us to just breathe and let everything go. Let spirit guide. Whenever you're ready, ladies.
I feel like she had a difficult life. I feel like she struggled with her health all of her life. I don't know if she was a smoker or if she had, it was one thing or another, or asthma or something. But I feel like she struggled, and whatever she struggled with made everything else just a little bit more difficult. But you wouldn't know it. I feel like she was strong and pushed through a lot and persevered, but it was hard on her. I think she was like, I don't know what it was. It was something. Did she, I don't. There's something about, yes, in her later life. Okay. She just is saying that it wore her out and she couldn't. She's saying that everything was a struggle. Um, she wants you to know that she feels free from that now, and um, she wants you to pass on a message to the family to love one another, to support one another, and to share. Sounds like something my mom would say.
Oh,
She wants you to share with one another, and she's saying like the family. Um, she wants you guys to be more supportive and more like if you work together, it makes life easier. I feel like she didn't feel as though, I mean, everybody, we're in this life, in this incarnation, we're all expected to live on our own, maintain a household, maintain a job, take care of the kids, like all of these things that are sometimes it's not as easy for some people than others. I don't, how about you ladies? I'm not getting much more.
Terry?
So I also have Rhonda up here on the stage, and I have the way I see the stage this time. I have she kind of has her hand on your right shoulder, but she's standing to the left of you. And what I got right away was how much she looked up to you. Because she looked up to you a lot. And the other thing I saw, then I saw her go over and kind of sit on these kind of like the bleachers that are there. They're stone, but she looks kind of grumpy. She looks a little down. And what she's telling me by that is that she spent too much time in her life being a little bit jealous of things. She was a little bit jealous of people around her, that some people had more, some people's kids did better, some people did this. And she realizes now that that was a waste of time, absolute waste of time. She's absolutely happy, though, about the grace that you showed her. You showed her grace. I think sometimes she might have been a little grumpy with you, and somehow you showed her grace and let some of the things go. And she's really grateful for that. That's what I got.
Okay. Well, I was writing some things down as you were reading, and what I saw when I tuned in were shadows. And so I asked her what she was communicating to me about the shadows, and her reply was, I kept my emotions in the shadows. So I think the hurt and the pain that was inside of her was in the shadows, and she tried to hide that, but she didn't quite manage to understand the value in experiences in this lifetime that she had on planet Earth. She again mentioned the love that she received, just as she did with Terri, the love that she received. And she's not really like apologizing, but she's saying, I now know the volume of the love that I was receiving. And yet, because I felt so much of me was in the shadows, I couldn't really receive it and understand it. But now what she wants to say, this is the most important thing. Love is the power. Love is the power. And she wants you to know that. Continue that beautiful power of love that you have been gifted with. She's saying what a beautiful soul you are and how unique and beautiful you are. And how she's showing me that you like really held things together. Like you were the one who didn't do it out of obligation. You did it out of love, and you held things together with your love. And she just wants you to know she's with you. She's helping you. She's supporting you in the family. And she says, I am truly happy.
Whew. I heard her say that she didn't have she could be herself around you. She didn't have to pretend or put on airs, and that you would understand, that you knew that she wasn't complaining, that you knew, what the truth was, and what her, she felt free to speak her mind around you without fear of judgment or resentment or you taking it the wrong way, and you were like there to hold space for her. So how beautiful. Thank you, Cherry Luke. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Terri. That was an honor to read for you. And you are a beautiful soul. And thank you for what you gifted her with. Okay. All right. We will move on. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm a little rusty. I'm going to tell y'all I'm a little rusty. But I'll get it down. Okay, here we go. I'm not looking, and I'm selecting a question. Billy Diamonds. Can I have a psychic reading on how things will go for me in the near future? All right.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes, of course.
Can we have who we're reading on just say hello? Oh,
Oh,
Billy
yes,
did. See, he knows the drill.
he knows the drill. Sorry, I was lost in the whole message. He's
Okay.
here. Thank you. And Jean's correct. We will need to ask if you're in the chat now.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you,
He
Jean.
already knew.
Thank
Billy,
you,
you must
Billy
be
Ann.
psychic.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh, in the near future.
So what I'm getting for you, Billy, is that the less you worry about it, the better it'll be. Because if you worry, you're sort of praying for the worst thing to happen. And because you're worrying about what could go wrong. But if you trust and let go and go with the flow, and what I mean by trust is know that what is there for you is meant to be there for you, and that you're strong enough to handle whatever comes, and also strong enough to handle all of the successes. But worrying about the future steals the life from the present. And it's really important to do what you can, plan, make efforts, and then let it go and say, I trust that what is meant for me will come my way. I trust in divine timing. I trust that everything is working in my favor. It's and try and get that sort of that gratitude energy, that trust energy, that in the flow energy. And I do see that what your wishes will be fulfilled, but to the degree of expectation. If you wish that get I don't know, a used car or something, and then, or not even get anything, but if something happens, it and it's what you expected, say what this or something better, and make sure you let go of the expectations or the outcome, and just say this or something better, because I do feel as though you have one idea of what your future should look like, but I think you'd be surprised at what might fall into your lap, or what opportunity may come your way for you to take consideration for. But I do see a favorable future for you as much as I can. But I do feel as though your energy is very much tied to it.
Wow.
All right,
Well,
Terry, what did you get?
this might date me just a little bit, but the second I got your spirit on the stage, they put on your feet a pair of Chucks. Do you remember the old Chucks baseball shoes? Yeah, the circle by the ankle, the plastic circle, and the cap over your toes. They put some Chucks on you, and they said, "Get going, get going." And then I saw your spirit kind of start running around. And the other thing they said, we want you to approach this time in a very childlike fashion. Try to kind of go back to your childhood and how much fun it was to put on the Chucks, go play some basketball with your friends or run around. They're saying develop a little bit more of a childlike idea right now, just for this little time. And that makes sense. It's summer, have a little fun. Because I feel like that when they said put the Chucks on and get going, they're like, you know what you have to do, and we need you to drive forward. We need you to go forward so we can kind of put the wind under the wings of those Chucks, kind of. So that's what I'm getting. Have a little bit more fun. Try to embrace a childlike spirit for now, and get going.
I love that. That's beautiful. Well, Billy, it's interesting. I tuned into your energy, and it's usually the guides will give me like a color or some kind of an instance. This they vision right away, and it's you standing at the edge of a diving board. And all of a sudden, I could feel everybody out there. You know that feeling, right? You're on the edge of the diving board and you're going to do like maybe it's a little higher than you've done before. Your toes kind of curl around the end of the diving board just a little bit. Your feet start to tense up. And then what they said was, obviously, just tell him to dive in. That's guys get sassy. I'm telling you. I know you two know, but out there in the chat, speak up if your guides are a little sassy, because mine certainly are, and they will say things like that. But just dive in. They did tell me that I can draw 3 cards for you, but they also wanted to say to you how dearly you are loved, and don't let him forget how powerful he is. They wanted me to express that you are a powerful being, and it's natural. It's natural to wonder about what's ahead, but please don't forget that you create that. Just as these ladies led to, the message is dive in and play and understand that you are a powerful being. Now, I do have 3 cards for you, and I'll tell you, I did peek at the first one after I shuffled, and I was like, goes right along with it. The 3 of Wands, which is about manifesting your destiny. So they're just verifying that to you. They want you to understand that is truly, truly your capability. Next one. Oh, no, I didn't pick this one. This is King of Wands. All right. And guess what? This is about getting things going. This is about being a free thinker. It's about being a charismatic person. It's also about being successful and passionate. So be a King of Wands. Be a King of Wands, Billy Diamonds. And, oh, interesting. We got the Fool card. Fool card is about setting out on an adventure, new beginnings. It's about being carefree, and that opportunities abound for you. The Fool card actually is one of my favorite cards in the deck because it means something exciting is on the horizon. And I hope that you take that with you, Billy Diamonds, because they definitely wanted to get that message across to you. And hey, dive in. All right. Oh, and Billy says, sweet. Nice. I'd get a pet. I'll bet you can find a pair of Chucks somewhere. Get a pair of Chucks. All right. That was great. Thank you, ladies. Beautiful readings. Okay. And now we're going to go to, excuse me, just a moment. I'm going to uncheck those questions and let's go. Okay. S. Steele. Hi and welcome. I've always wanted to be, oh, wait, I'm sorry. S. Steele, are you here? We want to make sure that you are here to get your message. And if not, if you've had to step away, answer the door or water your dog or something like that, just check back in.
They're here.
Okay. All right. Beautiful. Okay. I've always wanted to be a medium. Would you be kind enough to ask the other side why this isn't one of my gifts or why it hasn't opened yet? That's a great question. Really appreciate that. Beautiful. Ladies, tune in.
It's a very, very subtle and brief and split second connection. And it takes practice. There is a muscle that is here, and to connect to the other side, you have to open the muscle. And it takes the first time when you do it, it takes all your might just to get a little bit open for them to whisper in there. And then you start getting it open a little bit more. and then you start getting, and then it closes. And then the next day when you try it, it's like, oh my gosh, it's hard again. It's hard, but it's not hard. It's just that this muscle to open up. And what the muscle is the muscle to your imagination, your creativity, your willingness to allow whatever it is that you see, feel, sense, or hear to come out of this mouth. Because that is how they communicate, through signs, symbols,
Yes.
thoughts, words, memories, whatever it is that you feel, sense, or hear, to allow that to come out. And the way you do that is to remove the judgment, the analytical, and the ego side. So it's more of undoing or unlearning what was done, and allowing for whatever it is to come through, and it'll start getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And as soon as you call on them, boom, this flap's going to open up. And when you're done, it's going to close. There is a muscle, and it allows for, and so you would say there was a girl called S. Steele, and in her life, she always wanted to become a medium. And you start making a story, and your analytical mind says, oh, guys, take a back seat. She's on her creative storytelling now. Like, we don't have to watch this. She's just being creative. So they sort of relax. And then after you start saying that, more information comes through that you never even thought you would ever say out of your mouth ever in your life. And this could only be from spirit. It's really, and to connect to your spirit guides is a really good start. Spirit guides are about here, and they're always here. And when you go here, they're always there.
Mhm.
Loved ones are here, 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 all the way up there. It's hard. It's like, hello, you got to track them down. They're people and their personalities. It's not easy to track
Oh,
down
no.
people, personalities. And then when you do, sometimes they don't want to talk to you. So it's not an exact science, but you can get there through practice, through building your own confidence, through building that muscle of going to the other side, and that sort of like a meditation, allowing for the spirit guides and loved ones to come in, and doing it at the same time every day, the same place. Set yourself a little place, and every morning when you have coffee, you're going to sit down. You're going to say, "Okay, spirit guides. Okay, loved ones. I want to please." Share with me what's most important for me to know. And you can write it down, or you can just listen and write down after what you get, or write down as you're getting it. Just start writing and doing like automatic writing. But it is in your hands, Estiel. And if you have a desire, there's a reason why you have a desire. That means that's your guidance. That's your guides steering you towards this. It's not easy. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, and still one of the hardest things I'm ever asked to do. It's not difficult, but there is no certainty there. There is no guarantee there. So the confidence of feeling like you failed is what's not easy. But the benefit of when you do have a validation and you do get somebody coming through clearly, there is nothing better than getting a clear message, and it gives you that confidence to keep going. So that was a lot. I should that should be a subject of my next class.
I think we're all going to be singing a lot. So, as Steele, this is the Terri Suzuki theory. So I'm not even reading my guides yet or anything like that. This is just pure Terri Suzuki theory. I believe we are all born psychic mediums, every single one of us. And, society, our parents, or what we see in the movies, what we see on TV beats it out of us. And there's a few of us who have said, okay, we're gonna entertain this. So now I'll tell you what they said. So right away, when you even asked this question, I heard yes, they are. They are. Just tell them to take a class. So take a class and learn how to open that muscle. Learn how to do it. I have met a lot of psychics in my time at fairs and stuff. And I know that many of the psychics I've seen that are only psychics, they're only professing to use psychic things, are probably also mediums. But the problem between psychic and medium is there's a line. There's a line you have to step over, and that line is courage and trusting and willing to look stupid, willing to say stupid things, and willing to let spirit work however it works. See, that's the problem. That's the thing that people don't know. When people are trying to say, oh, they're not really a good psychic, or they're not this, or they're not, because they're not like what John Edwards on TV or something, it's all different for every single person. Spirit works differently for all of us. And you just have to learn how they're going to work with you. Take a class, learn how to open that muscle, learn how to get what your clairs, what your strong suit clairs are. Because even though there's 8 clairs, we all have all 8. We can all do all 8, but we'll have 2 that are stronger. But go ahead. I completely believe what Jean said. If you wanted to do this, it's because you got it. All you got to do is say yes to it.
That's great, ladies. Wow. We could just wrap that up. But Estill, I did close my eyes and request to tune into your energy. I saw a gate, and it was interesting what Jean was saying. It was like you've got it. It's there, but there's been a gate put in front of you that says, you're not worthy. What if I screw up? I mean, it's all the doubts. Any psychic medium can tell you that. And we all go through that. But the light was so bright. And I know it was the guide saying, the light is there. You're saying, let's see, what was it? Because that really struck me. Oh, you talked about gifts. Well, you do truly come to this planet with everything that you need. You're a very powerful soul. And correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but I believe she's had many lives on this planet. So it's like you're coming into this lifetime and you have a desire. And they're saying, it's here. It's right here. Open up the gate. And the gate is everything that these ladies have just been talking about. Understanding and believing that you have those gifts is so important. And then your guides say, we want her to play with us. So it's just like Jean explained with your imagination. You know, you come equipped with that. As a child, think about as a child how wild your imagination could go. And that's what they're saying. Come play with us, be with us, understand that you have chosen to come to this planet at this time. And they want you to know how truly loved you are. And that a mistake is just simply that. Everybody makes mistakes. Every psychic medium may get off on the wrong track or not say something that you felt and then later on find out, oh, I should have said that, right? So that's all part of it. But it's loving yourself and understanding your power that you already have. So I love what you're saying here. I say stupid stuff all the time. So this just might work. Yes. Open the gate. They're standing there saying they're right with you. And they're saying, let's open this gate now. The time is now. You've asked this question of these psychic mediums. We're all unique. We all read in different ways. That's why the 3 of us have such a joy and a union together, because we can give 3 different types of readings. We all read in different ways. I have this labradorite heart that I always hold, and that helps me tune in. Whatever you find that works for you, joyfully go down that path and see how it goes. And I'm very excited for you. Come back and tell us how things are going. And a class, all of us took classes together. So that's how we came together. A class is an excellent idea. So enjoy and be happy.
I was going to say, all of us practice. We practice a lot. Yeah.
We do. We do. And there are many many psychic mediums out there who just join the practices and enjoy having that skill too. It doesn't mean you have to have a YouTube channel or, be like John Edwards. It's a gift that you can enjoy and help others with, and that's what it's all about. All right. And hi, Garnet. Nice to see you. Always a pleasure. Okay, going back to the start questions. That was a really great question. I enjoyed reading that. How about you, ladies?
I like that a lot.
Good. Okay.
And I always love to hear what Jean has to say about it. Jean inspires me to better and better mediumship.
We inspire each other for sure. Terri Suzuki and Terri Lee
Oh, thank you.
are absolute magnificent psychic and mediums. The mediumships, if it just is off the charts. It's really very beautiful, and we all inspire each other for sure.
Yeah, and we all love it so very much. Oh, Karen Robinson, haven't seen you in a while. That's what the guides had me land on. So, hey, this question is meant to be answered. I am having to move out of the house. You see, I have been in after my mother died. Can you see where I will go? Oh, okay. So let's make sure we understand the question. You're having to move out of the house that you have been in after your mother died, and you're wanting to see where you will go. Well, that's a very powerful and legitimate question, I would think. So,
Well, can you give us a for instance, like, will I go north? Will I go south? Will I move back to where I used to live? Will I buy a new home? Because this is such an open-ended question that it's entirely up to you. So if you give us sort of like, whether or not it would be this or that, or is it in your highest good to whatever it is. But it's just there are multiple possibilities, and your guides, your spirit guides, don't determine or tell us what to do, but they will guide us in our own inquiries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's good. That will clarify it a lot, Jean. And Karen, if you will comment, because we need to know you're here. So comment in the live chat. And because these are mini readings, sometimes we have to have a little more information. If it was an hour reading, we'd have plenty of time for that. But we're doing mini readings today. So Karen, are you in the chat? Let us know. Let us know. Say hello. All right. Well, it looks like Karen may have stepped out. I will leave that question on the board. And if anybody sees her come back in, let us know. Sorry, we can't answer that for you, Karen. Come back to any of our shows and try to get that answered. That's a very important question. Okay, I'm kind of looking the other way and picking a Nathan Sipley. How do I better integrate the past lives that are coming up, like my past lives in Atlantis and now Lemuria? Ooh, that's a great question, Nathan. All right, ladies. Nathan, would you let us know if you're still in the chat? And there he is. All right. Okay.
Hey.
Past lives, Atlantis. How do you integrate the past lives?
So, Nathan, I think it's just your awareness. Simply being aware and asking yourself, why was it important for me to know about this lifetime? What did it serve me in this lifetime to know about that lifetime? And just knowing that your awareness, you now have this new persona, this new perspective, this new, like you're more yourself, you're more sitting in the seat of your soul, you're more confident, and it just gives you a stronger sense of being, and almost like a sense of pride knowing about that, and that you have the capability of, you know, living a life in these magical times. I think it should be inspired, not should be, but may be inspiring to you, and may offer you some confidence, or some like contentment, that you know yourself just a little bit better. And it can be just as simple as that. How about you, ladies?
Well, I was looking at Nathan's spirit, and they immediately kind of put this. I know, Nathan, you're a man, but it's kind of like they put this dress on you. And the dress was actually this open work beads. And it looked like it was pearl, like a big net, and the pearls were the nodes of all the different lives you've lived. And the thing that I took away from this, how they were showing you to me, it really was a very spiritual connection, a very high spiritual connection. So the real thing that made me, what I was really feeling from this, is that you have a lot of gifts from those lives in Atlantis and Lemuria. You're bringing those gifts forward. And then I saw your spirit kind of reach out and like touch one of the pearls. And so I have a feeling they're saying, go ahead and integrate this into your being. Let the knowledge of those lives come forward. And I do think it's a lot like Jean said, just the very knowledge of this is going to bring them forward. But also, you're going to have some belief in it too. I also got the fact that it seems like, it really seems like that you were a spiritual leader in those lives. So that is another part of it, that you're bringing forth some really strong spiritual knowledge. And that might take a while for you to kind of bring forth all the way and integrate a little bit. So I would be kind of aware of downloads and things like that. I think it's going to be very interesting.
Beautiful. Well, Nathan, when I tuned into your energy, I immediately saw a great deal of sparks, which the guides give me as a message, saying that your mind is very busy. And they're saying that it may have just become recently, and maybe in regard to this information you've received, but your mind is very busy, and it's wanting direction. And now I'm going to kind of get into what the guides are saying is that this information was revealed to you at this time for spiritual growth, for you to remember, for you to feel, and for you to understand that you are a powerful soul. We will help you. We will reveal to you pieces of this information at a time so that you can absorb it, so that you can feel that love and understanding of your lifetimes. Indeed, you do have spiritual gifts that will be shared with others and bless so many around you. And they're saying, so don't be shy. Don't be shy. That's very exciting, Nathan. And I will say I did have a past life reading and found out that I too had a lifetime in Lemuria, and that my mother was my father, and I was a son, and that my father wanted me to go into like a community, almost like a political, I don't want to say political, but organization, a more established thing, and that I wanted to be a teacher. And I mulled over that quite a bit. And then I understood that, yes, that is something that I truly enjoy. And that's why I love channeling the guides and loving talking to you all and answering your questions. So that's just a little example of how you can take that into your heart, like a little jewel, and just go, okay, well, I understand. I've been in this position, and this is still a desire that comes through my soul. So there you go. I hope that you enjoyed that. Good readings, ladies. Oh, and he says, oh, thank you so much, ladies, for this reading. I am honored and grateful to be able to understand better. Wonderful. That's great, Nathan. And, check back in with us. We would love to hear how you're finding ways to integrate this into your life. Okay. Let me get back to the start questions.
So while you're choosing,
Yes.
I do see Karen coming back.
Oh, is she here? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Karen, can you let us know that you're hit the live and make sure that you're up at the live? I think you might be back.
I got. Her mother died.
She has 15 cats and no job, and they're selling the house that she has to move out of.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was just looking through the start. Let me get back to the live. Sorry about that. So I can pick up that comment. Oh, okay. 15 cats and no job. Okay. Let's dive in, ladies. Let's find out what the guides have to say. Okay. I'm going to jump in, ladies, because I'm writing this down right now. I got this right away. This is from your guides. They want you to know you are not forlorn. I haven't heard that word in a while. Not lost. You're not lost. You're not being punished. You are truly, deeply loved. And this is an exercise in increasing your spiritual power. They also told me that I can draw some cards, so I'll let the other ladies go, and I'll draw the cards later.
Yeah, she's not in the live because she says you can't see me. Everybody, when you guys are watching us, just make sure you click on that little live and the red line is across the bottom. Because if you start at the beginning and you're like 5 minutes behind the whole time, it's hard.
Yeah.
But Terri, did you want to go next?
Sure. Okay, so Karen, I absolutely get the same thing, that they deeply, your guides deeply love you. As I saw your spirit on my stage, I saw them gathering behind you, all in this big circle, kind of just being there. It's like they want to reach out and just hug you. What I got was that you're not going to go too far, not too far away from where you're at. I think it's going to be very hard to move with 15 cats, but they're saying that they're preparing a way. They're preparing a way for this. And it feels like that in this case, you might be renting for a little while before that you maybe choose something permanently. And it feels like it's out more slightly ruralish. So I think that's kind of where I'm getting, that maybe something more rural, out closer to the country, Yeah. But I also get one more thing. I get that you may have to board the cats with a friend, not all of them, but parts of them with a friend in order to move. I'm not quite, I just got that, but I didn't get any explanation about it. So, okay, I'm done.
So I was picking up a scenario where you were taking care of somebody's home or you were taking care of somebody else's elderly parent. And because of the experience that you had with your mother and your availability and your need for a place to stay, somebody else needs somebody to stay with their parent. And I do see like a dirty, dusty dirt. It's not necessarily a ranch, but it's sort of like an outdoor, like a little bit of land, but it's dusty and dirty, sort of patches, like the grass isn't grown. And it's a little bit out of the way. And I feel as though you will be either working with somebody who is like in need of some sort of way, whether it's assistance or companionship or but you'll be able to connect with them and either babysit their house, babysit their elderly parent, or babysit their cats or something that you're going to be able to, like, somebody needs you to stay in their home so that you can do something for them. But that's all I see is a dusty, sort of patchy, grassy area, a home on a little bit of land, and somebody that needs your help.
Wow. Well, that sounds nice. All right. Well, I've shuffled these cards and requested a message for you. Karen and I will draw 3. If we need to, we'll draw 4 for clarification. But this is the message the guys wanted you to have. Well, this is a good card. 3 of Cups. Time to celebrate. This is and as you see these 3 people, this is kind of a collaborative thing. And I think it's kind of like what the ladies are talking about. There's some kind of a collaborative celebration that you are going to find someone who needs you or can help you. This is about artistic pursuits. So, maybe it's an artist, something like that. But this is a good card to have. This is hope. So hang on to that. 3 of Cups. Time to celebrate. Next card is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. It is a go for it card. It's about igniting a desire. These are very hopeful cards. And I just kind of feel this coming through from your guides. Like, build up that hope. Fire up that hope. It's about a new passion for love and life. And as you can see, fire. Get fired up. Get fired up. Because as the guide said, you're not forlorn. You're not lost. You're not being punished. This is an exercise in spiritual strength. And who knows when you come through this, the kind of things that you're going to be able to do. I'm going to draw one more card. And this is, this is where you are right now. Left out in the cold. You're feeling alienated. You're feeling harsh conditions. And you're fearing financial ruin. Okay? So this is how you're feeling. So, of course, we're going to draw that 4th card to see how this all ties together. And this one is the 8 of Wands. This is a good one. This is progress. This is momentum. This is things taking off for you. These 3 cards are very, very good cards. These are beautiful cards for you. And I believe that's hope. Get fired up and know that you're going to be okay. I know you feel like this. Any one of us would feel like this in your situation. But don't let that get to you, because your guides are telling you there are good things in store for you. And watch for that collaboration. I really felt secure in what the ladies were saying in that. And I really think that that's part of your clue. Okay. All right, Karen. Well, I hope that helped you. And I was happy those cards came up for you. That's nice.
So
All right.
I noticed that there was a couple of people, several people, 2 or 3 people saying that they're going through difficult times right now. And I know that we can't get to everybody. I mean, there's like 45 questions and we have like about 10 minutes left.
We got 10
But
minutes.
so I just want to offer this as a consideration
Yeah.
that, oh, I just forgot it. Somebody just moved into Gemini. I think it's Uranus. Uranus just moved into Gemini, and Uranus has been in Taurus for 20 years. And through this 0 degree and 29 degree is a very volatile change for everybody. And we're feeling this big, giant outer planet move into a new sign. And then on top of that, the full
right.
moon was on July 10th. And that is in Capricorn, and it is a highly emotionally charged full moon, and all of your feelings and all of your thoughts and all of your, it's like everything is being magnified right now, and they just want you to know to stay calm and don't make rash decisions or actions. They want you to hold steady, because in a few days we'll be out of that little, oh, and Mercury is retrograde. So all of these things combined is a more emotionally charged and volatile sort of feeling for us. And I feel for you. I'm so sorry you guys are going through this, but know that the astrological energies are ripe for this kind of feeling. And that's why you see a lot of things going on in the news. It's most important for you to stay calm and say, this too shall pass. I will have clarity when clarity comes to me, and try and just move through it and trust that it is not you, not your situation. It is the energies playing out, and the more you can relax, the more the the excessiveness will also relax. So, and I think you know who you are. There's several of you here.
Yep. I'm seeing one in particular, and I'm just going to, I just want to bring this up, and I feel like we were supposed to, because this morning the guides were saying to me, it's really important to explain we're here on this planet and everything boils down to faith and fear. We're here on this planet living your life, and everything boils down to faith or fear. And it's such a gift. And I know it's hard. I mean, I was a single mom with 3 kids and didn't know what I was going to do. But as you work through these things, have faith. I always knew that the Creator loved me, and that somehow I would know which way to go and how to find a way. Write it down. I am loved. I am a powerful soul. I will see the lesson in this. I will discover the reward of faith, and I will not accept fear into my life, because fear will blind you, and that was kind of what they were giving to me today, because let's face it, we're kind of in an atmosphere of fear right now. It's all around us. And so we can choose it or we can reject it. That doesn't mean you put your head in the sand. It just means I reject that fear. I reject that anxiety that's floating around today. And I'm going to go ground. I'm going to go have a lovely meditation. I'm going to take my dog for a walk. I'm going to call my best friend and have a good conversation. I'm going to cry. They're coming through with so much love for all of you right now, because we're all feeling this, but you're not alone. And that's why we come here, is to learn lessons. And everything boils down to faith and fear. So have faith, because you are a powerful soul. Terry, you have anything to say about that?
Faith and fear.
Yeah.
I don't have anything spiritual to say about it, but I believe eliminating fear is always a good thing, because fear makes us choose irrationally.
Yeah.
The reality is, do you remember when I was reading? I don't remember which of our ladies were that she's on this dais and her guides are all behind her and they just want to come in closer and give her a big hug. That is exactly how we all are. we have our guides around us, all the time. We have spiritual love taking care of us all the time. So the important thing is to let go of the fear, try to grab onto the faith.
Yeah.
And I love what you said, Terri, that you said you were always going to let go of the fear and continue to have faith. And because I also was a single mother with 3 kids. and, and sometimes I wonder, how in the world did I get through that? Because I kind of felt like I floated through it just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just decided not to worry about it. Oh, and choose happiness. Choose happiness, because that's when when I was going through my divorce, my guide stopped me. I didn't even know I had guides then. I know now, but I didn't know then. And they were talking to me, and yet I still didn't say, who the heck's talking to me or anything like that. They stopped me and they said, Terri, God only wants one thing of you. And I'm like, oh, really? That sounds easy. What is it?
Which one?
And he said, wants you to be happy. Wants you to choose happiness. Let happiness be your default. And I said, that sounds really easy. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to choose happiness. And that was it. And my life changed after that. Just choosing happiness, just letting it be the default.
Don't you love it? And this is how spirit works. It's no coincidence that Beth McClough says she is a single mom of 3 girls. That's very powerful, dear. Yeah, very powerful. That message was meant to get to you today. And we're just sending you all of our love. We'll lift up our prayers for you, and you will get through this. And I got to tell you, I had a happy ending, and I'm still living it. A fabulous husband who stepped in and was a father to my children. I adore him. He was fun, and he helped me rediscover my broken childhood. And I became a child again, and I had fun again, and I was happy. So know that that's out there for you, and manifest it, girl.
Yeah, and it all worked out for me too.
And she's got a fabulous husband.
Yep.
I mean, I had to stick that in there just in case he watched.
But
see, my husband's in the other room.
Have a fun life. Yeah.
We can all experience joy right now, even though there are so many tense things going on around us. What if you were just happy? What if you were just happy? And that's a wonderful thing to think. Just, have an ice cream.
Humor, laugh at it. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Just laugh.
That's right.
Try and find something funny, something that you can laugh at. That it's so tragic that you have to laugh at it. Try to just laugh. It is.
And this too shall pass.
Yep.
Yep. It's going to go the way it's going to go. And we can support and, ask the universe to bless all of mankind and enlighten us. And there perhaps is a path that we have to go through to get there. So that's what kind of gives me hope. And Beth says, thank you so much. I'm trying to build a tiny home for my girls. And but my family blocked my access to water and shut my bill down. Well, we will indeed hold you up in our prayers, Beth, and know that all things are possible. So that message was meant for you today. It just blew my mind.
It could be your spirit guides working in mysterious ways, letting you know that there's a better opportunity for you.
Yeah.
When things don't go our way, it is our spirit guides leading us to something better. I promise you. It sounds tragic. Well, how many of us lost a job or was fired from a job, and then the very next job was like the best thing you ever had? Like, we would have never left. The tragic, horrible situations is our spirit guides moving us, because we would have never left that tiny home build. We would never have looked anywhere else. They need to let you know that that, no, Beth, this isn't right for you. You need to go somewhere else. There's something better for you and your girls. This is where, and who knows, maybe Mr. Right will be there. I don't know, but I'm just saying, let's say, okay, guys, this is a really tough lesson. I'm trusting you to move me in the direction that is best for me and my girls.
All right.
It can be just that. It's not easy. It's not. And it's not easy to understand, but try and have a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of hope.
Right. And be sure to speak to your guides. If you're feeling fearful and you're concerned that something really bad is going to happen, just say, guides, I know that you're here to show me the right way. Give me signs. Help my heart to feel courage. Help my heart to feel faith. It's going to be all right, Beth. And come back and tell us, because I know you're going to come back and tell us some good news, the good word. Okay, girl? All right. Well, everybody, gosh, we've got so many questions on the board, but, we're going to have to close it down. We're almost at an hour and a half now. So I just want you all to know how important every question that was read today, and even though your question did get answered, I'm sure you got a piece of a little gem from the guides and the messages that we got through today, because I sure did. And really, I was kind of like beating Beth to tears. It's powerful right now. It's very powerful. And I just want to thank you, each and every one. And I want to thank everybody who will watch the show later. Please be sure to put a comment in later. That does help the algorithms for the channel. And SunPsychic Jean, what do you have coming up?
Tomorrow I have Mark the Spirit Whisperer, and in the morning will be with me doing readings together at 12:30 Eastern. I guess that's 9:30 Pacific. And then at 4 o'clock Eastern, I have Scott Scorpio's son, Tarot. I will be his guest on his channel. He'll be the host. And I love going over to Scott's channel. We have such a magical, magical time together all the time when we're together. And he just treats me like a queen when I'm on his channel. He's just the best. He really is. I love it. So please do. And that's 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific. And I know it's Saturday, and get out in the sunshine. Go and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the nature. And if you can't catch us live, catch us on the replay.
Great. Yeah. That's exciting. And Terry, what have you got coming up?
I don't have anything really planned for the next week. But I do have a bunch of fairs planned for the end of this month. Yes, a bunch of them. Bellevue, Everett, Washington. I'm going to be all over the place. So
that sounds exciting. Well, everybody, I'm still on my walkabout. I'm headed back into the mountains. I am feeling so much strength and power from just being out in the mountains and into nature. Grounding in the forest is just amazing. So I'll be doing that for a little while longer. Please watch my posts on my channel, and I'll let you know when something comes up. But right now, I'm still on that walkabout, learning all kinds of things, taking down all kinds of notes and information. And I'm looking forward to sharing that in a multitude of ways when I get back. So, hey, everybody, just get on out there and eat that ice cream. And we love you so much. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.